Hello. Thank you for your time. My name is Michael Long. I'm a resident of Hillsborough. I've also lived in Pinellas County. I've also worked in both Pinellas and Hillsborough. So even when I'm not living here, I spend a lot of time here. So to answer the gentleman's question, I don't think there's anyone in this room who doesn't pay sales tax in Pinellas County, whether you live here or not. So to make this assumption that somehow that you are the only one who's going to be paying for this referendum, I think is a little presumptuous and egotistical. That being said, as a young adult, to me, the most important concern is the economy and the development of job growth in Tampa Bay. Just the last month alone, I've had 4 close friends move out of the Tampa Bay region because they couldn't find the economic opportunities here that they could find elsewhere. And a big part of that has to do with our lack of a 21st century public transportation system. When you look at how Florida tries to market itself to businesses, we don't have big major corporations that headquarter themselves in the Bay Area, whether it's Tampa or Pinellas, despite the state having some of the lowest tax rates when it comes to having no income tax, having some of the lowest corporate tax rates there are. So this idea that somehow low taxes is productive to businesses when all of these big major corporations are headquartering themselves in New York and Chicago, in some of the highest tax cities and some of the highest tax states, it's clear that to these businesses, their number one concern is not paying a little bit extra, it's having a 21st century infrastructure. And that's not just improved bus transit, which is important, it's developing a light rail system and developing a 21st century transportation system, because they want to see when they invest in this community that's a community that's growing and thriving and attracting and retaining top talent, and they don't see that now, and part of that has to do with our antiquated transportation system. So to me, as someone who's interested in overall job growth, that is a huge reason why to support this referendum going forward, and not just for bus service, but for light rail. And I will point out with my closing remarks that there are some people here who oppose this referendum who are liking to mask themselves as being some sort of public transit and bus advocate. Make no mistake, they're funded and backed by the same Tea Party groups that oppose anything publicly funded at all. So if they defeat this rail, they're going to come after the bus service. So don't look at it when people say I oppose this referendum because they support the buses. They're the same people who will oppose the buses if they get the referendum defeated. So if you want to invest in a 21st century Pinellas County, I strongly recommend that you support this referendum going forward.
Thank you.